Okay, I have a funny story about how I was sitting there just chilling with the hot tub and I got a geologist to start prospecting for metals. Okay, so we gotta like back up a little bit. A few years ago, I was doing this thing with remote viewing where I was remote viewing for rare earth metals. I think I literally found a deposit in my state, right? It's literally like an hour away from where I live. It's by like some kind of fucking canyon. It's called Howlett Creek. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. They found a huge like rare earths like metal thing, right? And we talk about rare earths, right? And like how it can boost economies and all that stuff. It's just behoove people to find that shit, right? So anyways, they did that, turned it in, and eventually some geologists went through and found some. And it's like, okay, cool. So then I was sitting there at the hot tub, right? And someone from UW comes in. Like everyone was on break from like universities and colleges and stuff that week, right? So I was sitting there and in the hot tub just chilling, we're talking, like trying to figure out what everyone did and shit, I just say consulting. That's the easiest way to define what I'm doing here, right? So did that, and then I get to the geologist. He's literally straight saying, I do geology. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So in mining, like you need geologists to go look and like find stuff and all that, right? So geologists are really key. In fact, I knew a geologist at like L&H Industrial. He was like the CEO there for a while. But then before that, he worked at Cordero, and he was like the CEO there, or like the mining manager. Like he was like the head motherfucker, right? So anyways, geology plays a huge part of the money. So I literally was asking this guy like we was looking for and stuff, He was telling me water's important, water's key and stuff. And then he's talking about how they found gold deposits somewhere. It's like, okay, cool. I lean back, in the hot tub, relaxed. I'm like, did you hear about the exotic metal they found? He's like, what? I said, yeah, up by like Howlett Creek and stuff. And he literally straight up, he's like, what side? Like, what side of the peak? Like, is it like the western side by like Rogers Canyon or whatever? Or is it like the east side by like Glendale Lake? Or wherever the hell I think it's a reservoir. But anyways, like, it's like basically like a huge like mountainous thing, right? So I'm like the west side. And just the guy's eyes are just like, already getting interested. I said, hell, there's probably even more out there, It's like, I described it. It's like the very points like here, right? Where the road costs through and it goes up a little bit. I said, it's over by Eagle Mountain, because that's where my remote viewing like hit, like the major landmark was actually Eagle Mountain. And it was really hard to like narrow that down when I was doing it, but it's like, okay. So like, by that Eagle Mountain. So everywhere from Howlett Creek to Eagle Mountain. I bet there's something in there. That guy got up out of the hot tub. He's like, I gotta go to work. It was the funniest thing in the world. But like, I swear to God, I really hope that guy finds something. And that'd be really cool. But it was kind of funny how fast just talking about that like made shit like really roll. And sometimes in this organization, you want to be doing stuff like that. You want to be like dropping key things of information like that, because you know what? It's like, how the hell else are people gonna like progress as humanity, unless you know some information and you drop it real quick, All right, that's my TED talk for the day.